good day. Blessed love to you all. How are you today? I'm praying and hoping that your family and all your friends are doing very well. I have good news for you. Now, you know, I've been asking you to help me. By the way, let me just tell you who I am for my first time viewers. My name is Inga from Ingasworld, and welcome to my channel. Now, guys, good news. We've been working really hard to get to the first 100 subscribers. And I want to say, oh, thank you. We're not there yet, but you know, we have to give thanks for small mercies. I'm at 82 right now. And I just think it's such a great thing after 2 months. And I'm just hoping and praying that it will get past 100 now that we are close to 100. So I want to say big shout out to my subscribers and my viewers. Please do not hesitate to click on the subscribe button. And if each one tell one, trust me, we'll get even past 100. You know, I'm just so excited. I want to say thank you. Anyway, blessed love to you this day. And like I said, when you do good, I'm doing good because we're family. And today we're going to be in the kitchen and we're going to be making some veggie chunks with vegetable. Veggie chunks with vegetable in an orange sauce. All right, orange sauced veggie chunk with vegetable. I hope you like it. So without further hesitation, please come cook with me. Guys, thank you for your support. I am so humbled. I'm so happy. God bless you all. May your store baskets may never be empty. And let's just give thanks for everyone and everything right now. All right, let's cook. For the interest of time,
I soaked my veggie chunks for about 20 to 30 minutes and I drained it. This is what it looks like after I've added some seasoning to it. So let's talk about what we need to season our veggie chunks, which, because of the consideration of time, I have soaked and seasoned my veggie chunks. So let's talk about
what we need for our veggie chunks and vegetable mix. Today we're going to use corn, sweet pepper, or what we call bell pepper, and broccoli florets. All right, so what do we need for our vegetable? I have sweet corn here. You could use corn on the cob. You could just cut them from the cob. I have pre-cut bell peppers, orange ones, yellow ones, green ones. It could be any color you choose. I have some broccoli florets, and if you have a garden, you could use fresh broccoli, even better. I have here some extra virgin olive oil. You may use any oil you choose. I have my paprika that I've seasoned my chunks with. I seasoned it with ground cayenne red pepper. I have used garlic powder here. I have black pepper. I used garlic powder, onion powder, and some Maggi. These are all the things I use to season. Now I'm also going to use some brown sugar, burnt sugar, to color my my vegetable chunks and broccoli vegetable chunks with vegetable. It's like when you make chicken broccoli. Now it's veggie broccoli, veggie chunks and broccoli. All right. So of course, we last but not least our burnt sugar for color. Burnt sugar for color. Now I have pre-seasoned my chunks. All right. So now I have here in my Dutch pot, and this is what we call Dutch pot. Yes. Every kitchen must have a Dutch pot. Some people call it Dutch oven pot. And in my pot, I have some oil. I'm waiting for it to get a little hot, a little hotter than it is.
Then I'm going to add my chunks. Now I'm just
going to toss it, you know, and let it get a little color. And here, I do not have any color on it yet. I'm going to add a little, toss in a little color. So it makes it easier to give me a brown color as I cook. All right, so these are the seasonings here that I have used. Here. Those are my ingredients laid out. You could use different vegetables. You could add mushrooms. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add a can of mushrooms to my vegetables. Yes, I'm going to use a can of mushrooms. Yeah. Mushrooms. All right. Where are... Of course, you can't have veggie chunks with broccoli in orange sauce and not have the orange sauce. So this is our orange sauce, okay? And like I said, we're going to put some mushrooms in there. If you do not like mushrooms, I have canned ones. If you have fresh ones, you can use fresh ones. I'm going to use mushrooms from the can. I wish I had the real ones. The natural ones, the ones that just I pick and slice and put in my veggie dish. So let's begin. Before I even add my chunks to my hot oil, let me turn it. I'm gonna mix it in. Then I'm gonna add it. Makes it get it gets a color faster when you add a little brown in before you put it in the hot oil. Is hot in my Dutch pot. Put it on a medium flame, and this is my chunks. If you know me well, if I can do without having my meat looking white, I do. So I usually had burnt sugar or browning. Today I'm using burnt sugar, which I had mixed in with my veggie chunks. Then I'm going to add my veggie chunks to my hot oil, and I'm going to be tossing. Yes. I'm going to toss this for about 15 minutes. Every 5 minutes I turn it, so all of the chunks get a little bit of brown, natural browning from the flame that's underneath. I usually put a little bit of sesame seed, sesame sauce with my orange sauce. But my main sauce is my orange sauce. But the sesame sauce gives it a little kick that I like. I'm going to be adding some of my all-purpose green seasoning that I showed you how to make in one of my previous videos. You could go back to check out how that is made. So instead of me cutting up onions and garlic, and I'm using that too, but trust me, I always put the grounded one that I have sitting, and soaking and being over time. Yeah. And I put fresh ones. I'm going to also add some fresh onion and garlic close to the very end, because I want my vegetables like my broccoli and my sweet peppers, my bell peppers, I don't want them soft. So I put them at the very end. Now, I'm going to show you a trick. You want your broccoli florets to cook evenly. You put the pot on with some water and let it boil. When it starts boiling, you add your frozen broccoli. In my case, I'm using frozen broccoli. And you wait for it to start boiling again as soon as it starts boiling again, you drain your broccoli. Then you add it to your chunks. Okay? And this, I'm going to rinse out all that leftover the residue from the chunks. I'm going to rinse it out with some water and add it to my sauce. Then I'm going to add it to the chunks. All right, so we're going to wait for that. Every 3 to 4 minutes, you turn it, and it's absorbing all the flavors right now. This is important to do. In this pot, I've decided to serve my chunks, my orange sauce veggie chunks with broccoli. I'm going to serve that with some white rice. So here in this pot, I have washed about 2 cups of white rice. I placed water in the pot, about up to 2 inches of water, because it's just a regular long grain white rice. It's not the parboil. For me, I like my rice really soft. Others like it shelly. So today I'm making it in between. Not too shelly and not too soft. Especially when I'm using a saucy protein dish. When it's really like a stew. I like my rice soft. But not everybody likes it. So in this, in my rice, I'm adding a drizzle of oil. Could be any oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. I'm putting a tablespoon of salt. If you want more salt, you may add it. Add it to, taste as you go. I'm adding half a stick of butter. Yep. A little piece of hot pepper. Not everybody likes pepper. A clove of garlic that I've pressed a little. And half of a small size onion. That goes in. That's all the seasoning I need for my white rice. Additional flavor will come from the protein dish we're going to put on the side. Yeah, so I'm going to cover my rice pot. I started off with a little more than medium flame. Yeah, and then as it simmers, I'll turn it down. As it simmers, I'll turn it down. All right. Now you could use less water and add as you go, depending on how shelly you want your rice is. Or grainy. When I say shelly, I mean grainy. Now over here, I have my water being boiled. As soon as it starts making those bubbles, I'm going to add my broccoli. I'm going to bask it in there and add the frozen broccoli to the water. And as soon as it boils up again, the cold broccoli makes the simmer go down. So as soon as it starts boiling up again, I'm going to drain it off. Now here, I'm going to add some slithered carrots. Guys, as you cook, sometimes you add things, some slithered carrots to my chunks. I don't want it to cook too soft. Makes it colorful, makes it presentable, And I'm going to add some fresh garlic. I chop those garlic, some fresh garlic. And some yellow, I have cut up some yellow squash. This pot has really helped to give the chunks a nice brown. Now I'm going to make my sauce, which I'm going to add to this. I'm going to cover this a little. I'm going to cover it, let it steam, drizzle a little water over it so my carrots could just get blanched. I don't want it too soft. I don't want my carrots too soft. I want them to be crunchy. There goes my squash and my yellow squash. You could use any squash you like. There goes my yellow squash and my carrots. Gives you color. I'm going to add in my onions and all these other things. You know, I'm gonna add it in eventually. I'm stirring. Now I'm gonna add in my corn and mushroom. I want the mushroom to absorb that protein flavor. You could add some amino acid to yours, guys. I'm gonna cover it and let it simmer. It's gonna simmer a little. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna drizzle a little more oil, just a little more oil. Drizzle a little oil over it. I like when my chunks have the glossy look. I'm gonna toss it. Ooh, it looks glossy, shiny, yes. I'm gonna add my onions and bell peppers last because I want them to be crunchy. All right, so I'm gonna cover, let it simmer. My water is boiling for my broccoli. All right, because I don't want my broccoli to be too soft, so I usually do it separate, drain it, then add it to my veggie chunks. It's boiling up now. So here goes my frozen broccoli florets. I'm pouring them in. Make sure it's under the water. And I'm waiting for it to boil up again because it's frozen, so it's really cold. As soon as it starts bubbling again, I know it's time. I'm going to take it, drain it. Do not leave it hot. Drain it and leave it as is to cool down. You don't want the heat to transfer. You know, you could even run cold water over it. But I like to just run off the hot water and just leave it, take it from the hot pot so it doesn't get any additional heat. My rice is going. My vegetable chunks are steaming with the carrots. I want the carrots to cook a little. All right, with the corn. All right. Getting ready to make my sauce that I'm going to pour over. So my all-purpose green seasoning that I told you about earlier in the video, I'm going to add about a tablespoon. Yeah. Tablespoon to that water that came from the seasoned water from the veggie chunks. Then I'm gonna add some sesame sauce, about 2 tablespoons. You don't want it to overpower the tablespoon and a half to overpower the orange sauce because it's orange sauce. That's the main ingredients of the sauce. Now I like my sauce a little sweet, so I put a little honey. About 3/4 tablespoon. I'm putting my orange sauce, 4 tablespoons. You could add more or less. It depends on how much you want. You could even add some molasses. I'm not using molasses today. I'm using like 1/8 cup of sugar. You don't have to use that either. The main ingredient is the orange sauce. I add a little bit of ginger essence. I like to put a little ginger in it, just a little less than a teaspoon. Remember, you want to taste that orange sauce. Yeah, that's my ginger essence. I'm going to stir my sauce, and I'm going to taste as well. You taste yours. Make sure it's the flavor that you want. Okay. I'm going to add a little more honey to mine. The honey will not downplay the orange sauce flavor. Gonna add another tablespoon of orange sauce. Yep, that is it. Here's my sauce. I'm gonna pour my sauce over my chunks. Wow. Woo. At the very end, almost at the very end, I'm going to add my bell peppers. I like when it's crunchy. This is when I'm gonna add my onions and a little piece of hot pepper. I don't like too much pepper. I don't want my onions to be too soft. My bell peppers, guys. Red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, green bell pepper. Let it simmer a little more. I believe I could drain my broccoli now, and I'm going to toss it all in with this. Added my broccoli. I'm going to mix it in. Whoa. Waiting for my rice, and we're going to plate our orange sauced broccoli with veggie chunks. Rice is done. White rice, all done. Not too soft and not too grainy. That's the way I like it, especially when it's white rice that's going to be used with gravy or any protein dish that has a lot of gravy. That is how I like it. I like sticky rice, but not everybody likes it that way, so I have to do it this way. Guys, family, this is our finished product. Our veggie stir fry, orange sauced veggie chunks with broccoli. Yeah, that is it. Served on a bed of rice. This is it, guys. Thank you for your view, guys, and once again, thank you for all you have done with the subscribing. I'm at 82 subscribers, and I'm taking it one step at a time. I need 1,000, but I'm trying to get to 100. You know, one cooker, full basket. So I want to say to my subscribers, God bless you a million times. I love you. And to my viewers who have not yet subscribed, please do so. It's free. All you got to do is when you hit one of the videos, you hit the word subscribe, you hit like, and you share. Yes, guys, so that other people could see, and especially if you know they like what you have seen, what I have done, you share it with them, because it's more than likely they will also subscribe like you did. God bless you. See you soon. But before you go, you know I have to taste the food, you know. If I made it with you, then I have to taste it with you. All right? The proof is in the taste. So before I taste it, I want you to tell me, oh, you do your veggie chunks and broccoli. If you like chicken with broccoli in orange sauce, this is what you need to do. And it's not chicken. If you don't want to have the chicken, you use a veggie chunk and you will not miss it. So let's go, guys. And if you notice how colorful it is, I like to have festival of colors when I'm eating, because I have to feed my eyes before I feed my mouth. So let's go. And it's just a little rice. I rather having more protein and veg than rice. So you notice a little ring of rice around my all this vegetable and veggie chunks. So let's go. Yeah. A piece of veggie, piece of chunk. I love the orange sauce with the hint of sesame seed, the sesame seed sauce, and the ginger. Wow. It is so good. And the chunks, they're so moist. Blends nicely with the mushroom. When it's nice, you go twice. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much. Walk good, live good. Make sure you put a smile on somebody's face by sharing a nice word of encouragement with them or doing something nice for them or with them. Can't wait to see you in my next video. Love you, family.